Hello YouTube, Tooty back. This is just a channel update. There is no booter. It is pissing it down all weekend. It's just about stopped today. I think it's incoming again. So yeah, no booter guys and girls. So just a channel update. A few little pickups, a gift actually, a trade. A very good friend of mine I've known for years on tubes. Oh, and then some yeah, just some pickups and a bit of ducking and diving, switcherooing, whatever you want to call it. So and actually I did have a gift. I have got a gift. So we'll start with the sort of trade. Let me get rid of that a minute. Right, so this is with a good friend on here. Shit! Fucking big spider. Hang on. Oh, that's close. Just right down there, that's all. But oh, let's get the Hoover. I don't like killing them, although technically that is killing them. I don't like, you know, sort of squishing them and stuff. Generally, they don't bother me. But literally, like next down there, right next to my foot, some corralled in here. I've only got like a little floor space, and that's just a little bit too close for comfort, even me. I don't mind them. I don't want them crawling on me. Anyway, back to the package. I don't know where I got to. This is off Marcus, X-File 2708. So he contacted me and said, off the back of his toy box, actually. So there was a good purpose to that. So I'm interested in a certain item. I don't think he'd make a video. It was the A-Team van. He was interested in it. Actually transpired it wasn't as old as I thought. It was like a new re-release. I mean, it's still a good few years old. Very much in the ilk of the old one. And I think I had some like other figures for his lads and stuff. Just like some little action figures. So literally jammed everything I could into this box with the A-Team van. And Marcus very kindly sent me a box of goodies. So Marcus, awesome stuff. Marcus used to be the tuber man, if you like, for pickups, collections. He had probably like 99% full Mega Drive collection. I think he was missing only 2 games, a handful, well, maybe even less than that. Obviously he would have been missing Bulls versus Lakers. So I think that came out after he got rid of everything. I'm not sure if he had Mega Man Wily Wars. There was only a couple that he was missing. So yeah, I would say go and check Marcus' channel out, but he hasn't made a video for a long time. So Marcus, get making videos again, pal. Especially on that device that you mentioned to me. That'd be a good little video to do. Anyway, enough about that. The obligatory note, indeed. Toots, many thanks for trade and for helping me obtain something I always wanted as a kid but never had. Smiley face. Enjoy the goodies plus a little Bruce's. See, so anybody who doesn't know, bit of education for you. Those that are relatively new to, well, not relatively new, but are new to YouTube. So when we talk about Brucey, your Brucey bonuses, Marcus coined that. I believe that well, for me anyway, Marcus coined that phrase, like Brucey bonus, which comes from like The Price is Right, or Come On Down, whatever it is. Bruce Forsyth, get a Brucey bonus. Is it Play Your Cards Right, I think? So yeah, that's where Brucey bonuses come from. So anyone who is not really sure what a Brucey is, it's a Brucey bonus. Anyway, feel free to trade anything that's not of interest. Keep up the great work on the tube. All the best, Marcus, X-File 2708. Awesome stuff. Yeah, real shame that Marcus stopped doing vids, but I think he got rid of his collection. I think he hit a brick wall. Yeah, I mean, he had not just Mega Drive, he was massive, he was everything. A bit like me, I think, you know, I've got a bit, you know, no doubt about it, inspired by people like Marcus and stuff like that. X-File 2708. Anyway, what have we got in the box? Stop your rapping. Stop your rapping. Stop your chatting. So, he sent me a list of odds and sods and said, oh, I'm interested in that, and that. And he sent me a load of other stuff. So, we'll go through all the other stuff, which are all the Bruces. So, a nice lanyard. It's got these PlayStation moves at the bottom, but to be fair, I would probably use it just the lanyard, because you have to wear block patterns at work and stuff. So, that's quite a funky one. PlayStation Move. We've got Game Gear Game, Sensible Soccer. I'm not sure if I've got that one. There's one in here that I haven't got. I'm leaving that till last. A couple of nice little handhelds, these little LCDs. These were the Sega ones from McDonald's. So we've got Sonic Adventure. I can't remember what these are called, them little character things. Super Monkey Ball, and a Crash one. That one opens up. It's just like a little sort of game. I just like a little mini game and watches if you like. Take them out, put that there, put that to one side, make sure you can't see. This is quite good. I think it's the first one ever. I don't think they've ever done any more of these since. It's Replay Magazine. It doesn't say where it was though. Doesn't say what it was about. It does talk about an event. It doesn't say where it is, so I'm guessing it may have been the first one that was ever. Anyway, there's tons of like articles and stuff like that in there. I'm just having a quick. I did check earlier when it came through, but I couldn't work out which one it's referring to. It's probably in the text somewhere. But yeah, that's quite a nice little piece. That's space. And the box, a bag of odds and sods and manuals and all kinds of good stuff. So this looks to be like the instructions for a GameCube with all the paraphernalia in there, warranties and stuff. A couple of manuals. If anyone's interested in these, let me know. Nemo, Sonic Adventure Rush, James Pond Robocod, Tokka, Incredible Hulk. Rob might want that. Hulk Smash, Scooby-Doo, Wipeout with a bit of a scuff on it, DS Lite, all the gubbins. So if anyone's got a DS Lite they haven't got all the gubbins for. This one I'll probably keep just in case I end up getting a game. It's nice to put a complete Streets of Rage. But again, if anyone is interested in that, let me know. I have got Streets of Rage box with the manual and stuff. These are really cool now. Nintendo playing cards. I think I've got a set of these, you know. I don't think I've got this exact set. This is All-Star playing cards. I don't remember mine being in a black outer sleeve. Oh, very cool though. So these have all got Donkey Kong on the front and all the different old school NES characters. So they're quite pretty awesome. Again, just as a nice little collector piece. And then the last sort of Brucey is Devilish on the Game Gear. So that's a pinball title. Really have to get that. That one I definitely know I haven't got. I might not have Sensible Soccer. You tend not to really remember if you've got sports titles, do you? They kind of pass you by a little bit. And 3 games that I've sort of asked for is firstly Ninja Gaiden 2, Sigma on the PS3. It's got a little Sigma sign. A nice little just cover from Marcus. And Japanese Bonanza Brothers. It is missing a manual. Doesn't bother me too much. Very colourful game on Bonanza Brothers. Pretty good on the Master System actually. And lastly, box complete. I have no idea. It looks like it's going to be some like Ninja Golf. I remember Ninja Golf for the 2700, the Atari. 2700? 2800, twat. This is called Battle Golfer. And, you know, I don't know. It's obviously got some scantily clad woman that's the Battle Golfer. Awesome spines though. And this one is all there in minty. It is like fucking tree ball. It's tree ball condition. Tree ball mints are a mint a bit stronger. Stick them up here and they last a bit longer. I don't know where that come from. We used to sing that as kids. There should be an advert if anyone remembers that. Right, not that particular version of it, but the actual jingle. And as always, school kids tend to have a way of altering the lyrics. Right, okay. Not a great deal, honestly. Just a few bits. I just wanted to keeping the rhythm of making videos. Do the gift. And the gift is from a charity shop, believe it or not. One of the ones I frequent, asked the lady about, you know, games and stuff like I always do, have a little chat with her. She said, oh, we've got a box out the back there, and it's just in there, electrical to be binned kind of thing. Like fan heaters, old camcorders, shit like that. She said she had to cut the plugs off them. So she said, I don't think there's anything in it. I said, well, if there's not, I'll be interested in the box if the box is in good nick. And it turns out there is something in the box. It's less the sort of radio lead, which is a no-brainer because I've got them anyway. But it's a box display station value. It's been pretty good nick. The only issue with it is it's got the top flap, so to speak. But there's like another one that goes across here, which you can see is, but it obviously it still allows it to be sealed. And inside, you just your normal PlayStation. You've seen it all before. It's got all the manuals. It's got hookups and shit like that. So the version of the PlayStation, if you like, it's not an audio file, but it has still got the expansion port. So pretty good for nothing. But I did chuck a couple of quid into the sort of charity pot. I said, look, let me give you a couple of quid at least. So it was £2 then, if you really, you know. But it could have easily cost me nothing. But yeah, I thought that's quite, you know, pretty good for £2. So I just sort of said to her, you know, that's the kind of thing I am interested in. So she said she'll keep an eye out as well. So a little bit like, not meaning to sort of jump on the back of it or hijack a particular topic. Not that I get involved in any of this sort of shit because there's enough drama going on anyway. But I did see a post on online regarding like the Game Chasers and about how they get preferential treatment and all this kind of stuff. And I watched their latest video this morning, and they said exactly what I've sort of said. You've got to form relationships, you know, be it with game shops or charity shops, or whatever. You can't just expect to wander in and get the deals. It doesn't work like that. These are human beings you're dealing with. I'm not saying they don't give a shit. They're out to make money or, you know, money for charity or whatever. They don't care. Just thought it's quite interesting topic. Anyway, right. Off the back of the sort of not mass really, that's the wrong word, it will be, but more CEX trading. Yeah, it's all those CX trading haters. Don't know why, but there are a few of you out there. One of the titles was missing that has finally turned up. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Now, unfortunately, the case, it's not the worst I've seen. It needs a swap out. And another one that was kind of missing, I think, I may have shown you before, I don't know. Legends of Wrestling 2, I might have shown it, but that's got a big chunk missing. So there's two sort of manuals that I need to replace there. I just need to find some, you know, sports titles or something. I might have said this already. Anyway, any roads up from, right, let me do this the right way. No, I'll stick with the GameCube. So off the last sort of little chunk, if you like, of credit I had left. Yeah, I think I only had about 60p left anyway. A few more filler titles for the collection, and one or two crackers actually, and one that I just got because, you know what, I just thought, fuck it, why not? So, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, that completes all the Scooby-Doos on the cube for me. Cars. Now, all of these are in actually pretty good condition with manuals and everything. Batman Begins. I only had one Batman game. I only had Batman Rise of Sin Tzu. Actually, I'll fucking lie to you. I'm lying. I'm a lying little shit. Not all of them are complete. Sims 2. That's all the Sims games. Fucking £6 for that. Batman Vengeance. That's all there. So these two, these ain't cheap games. And I thought, you know what? I'll have to. I've got the credit. I'll grab them. I need them. Fucking missing the manuals, aren't they? Lego Star Wars video game. I mean, the boxes are alright on this one. I don't suppose anyone's got a manual for that. This one probably could do with a case swap. It looks like it's gone from a charity shop. Yeah, Star Wars, Lego Star Wars 2. Not even from CEX. Gift aid. Fucking hell. Yeah, well, that's how it works, I suppose. You know, people sort of probably paid 50p for it, took the CX and got, you know, £2 trading or something. But yeah, it's missing a manual. So there's two there ideally, and especially them sort of titles, they're not the cheaper ones. I wouldn't mind buying again, but they're like 8-10 quid each, I think. And the one that I got, again, I thought it ain't gonna be in the greatest condition. It's in fucking spanking condition. I do have this, so it is a duplicate, but I thought with the credit, at least I can sort of recycle it back out again. It's Ikaruga. Not an easy game to get hold of, and it is in absolutely awesome condition. I'll probably even question if it's as good as the one I've already got, and that one is pretty mint as well, and that comes from CEX. So that kind of exhausted all CEX credit at that point. I had a bit of a think, and I've had a bit, well, kind of forced upon me a little bit really. I'm running out of space, like shelf space, storage shelf space. As a collector, there's two things that usually force your hand: money or space. Generally, unless you've got, not very good missus or girlfriend or partner or whatever. But no, I am at that point where I'm having to really sort of rejig stuff, shuffle stuff, thin, little smaller collections down. Essentially, there's some bits that I've just collected out of habit a little bit, and the money's been reinvested. Let's put it this way, all them Japanese, the Famicom titles and all that. So all that sort of stuff's come from, some of the Game Boy stuff. None of it, I said this before, I don't need to collect to survive, I don't need to collect to pay bills and shit like that. I do it because it's a hobby, and it funds the hobby funds itself. But from a physical, this is the space you've got, as a lot of us will know, that's all you've got to play with. I mentioned in the last video, I do have Under the Stairs. That's kind of literally, there's pockets, but not enough to put a collection in that you could sort of store and keep, if that makes sense. Obviously there's garage. The garage is Rambo. That needs properly sorting out. There's no point putting anything else in there. But not only that, it gets to the point where you do sort of think, right, I'm collecting on like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fronts here. Realistically, am I going to play this? Am I going to play that? Do I really need this? Have I got really interested in that? Some people sort of say, you shouldn't buy them anyway. And I would tend to disagree. I think sometimes, you have to go through them steps to learn, if you like, or even to find your own feet. Sort of work out what it is you want, what it is you want to collect for, what you enjoy collecting for, what your passion is. And it might not always be nostalgia based, You might try and say, oh yeah, when I was a kid I had an NES, and you might get all the NES games and go, I've seen all these, and you might then like get a Master System and say, fucking hell, these games are great, because you've never seen them before, and that might sort of spark your passion. So there's a myriad of reasons why we do what we do, and and who does what. And to be honest, more power to you guys. Crack on, as long as you enjoy yourself, you're not hurting anybody. Fuck a lot of them. For me, what I've had to do, because again I was like, I should do a sort of updated room tour. Actually, Raz Taz Raz is well done on his 300 videos. He's done a room tour, and I thought to myself, actually, when was the last time I did one? I don't know, off the top of my head, without looking. Has a lot changed? Yeah, a little bit, actually. Little bits here and there. Stuff's been shuffled, stuff's been moved on. A lot of it you've seen that's been moved on, like some of the Dreamcast stuff. Not all of it, some of it. So, in a roundabout way, after all that fucking waffle and BS, I've thinned down the 360 collection, which most of you go, oh, don't really remember you having many 360 tiles. To be honest, yeah, I've got a 360 Slim. It's not even set up. It's in the kitchen aside. The PS3 is set up there. What sparked all this, the catalyst, was the daughter sort of called me in middle of last week, I think it was. Said, "Oh, Dad, have you seen this?" So looked at the telly, she pressed play, and then there was an advert for this game, Lego Jurassic Park. What's it called? Jurassic World. And I was like, wasn't even aware. I said, "Oh my god, that looks brilliant," you know. And we sort of said about it. I owed her a couple of quid. I did a borrow. I don't know, a while back. She's one of these kids that, you know, she's really good with her money. I did a borrow. I owed her 30 odd quid anyway, and yeah, she said, "Oh, I really will." I said, "Well, don't worry about. You know, I owe you some money, so we're all set. We'll go and get it at the weekend." And I started thinking, you know, and because I do like I don't know if anyone's ever played any Lego games. If you haven't, you are missing the trick. Honestly, they're brilliant. What really got me interested, because I have got like a weird pull, if you like, towards Indiana Jones. Those that know the channel, I've still got the figure. I've packed him away. Henry Jones had to be packed away. So I'm running out of space. He's been packed away. But I have got a weird thing about Indiana Jones. I've just got the Amiga, the old Amiga game, Graphic Adventure, still got the Grail Diary, all that kind of stuff. Who was I speaking to about that? Giles. I forgot his name now. Evo Halo. So yeah, anyway, that's by the by. But that's what got me into playing the Lego games, essentially. Because they're great. Absolutely fucking brilliant. You can get lost in them. So this one is all 4 movies rolled into one. So anyway, long story short, I started thinking about, well, you know, yes, I'm gonna get the daughter at this, and I started thinking, oh, maybe should I get it? Should I get it on like the Wii U, or should I get another copy of this? And I'm thinking, well, what am I doubling everything up for? Then I started thinking, well, actually, you already are doubling a lot of the stuff up. So the daughter's sort of PS3 collection, she keeps it in her room, and it's got a lot of the Lego games, like Batman games and stuff like that. So I started looking at what I've got on the 360 that she's got on the PS3, because I thought, well, if she gets this, I can play. I think I haven't played Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. I think Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. So there's a few that I haven't played. Hobbit as well. I thought, well, if she's playing this, I can play the other one, and then, you know, swap around. Yeah, well, when she's doing this, I can play this. Then I started thinking, well, if that's the case, why are we keeping all these, you know, like Lego Indiana Jones on the 360, yada yada yada, etc. So, space issue, and I really went through it. I went to town, and I think I've managed to cull about 80 games. I do have a picture. I'll put a picture somewhere here. Yeah, so there's a fair few games there. So a little bit of a pointer, and a lot of you will know this anyway, I'm sure. Many of them games ain't worth a great deal. It's the bulk of it is the Lego games. They do hold the value. So what I did, I was going to sort of siphon off a couple of them titles, take to game, get them to price match CEX. So game's policy is if CEX are cheap, CEX are more expensive, they'll beat them by £1. They'll give you £1 more. A point to note there is, if they're not, they won't give you anything. So, you know, if CX £1.10 and game are £1.11, you'll get £1.11. That's it. They won't beat them by £1. It's only if they're more expensive. But anyway, that's by the boss. So my idea was take a few games in, offset the cost of this, which actually I had to pre-order. They only had one left when I went in on earlier in the week. I had to put £5 deposit down. I didn't really ask how much it was. I just thought, I'll put the deposit down. It saved the game, if you like. And it was 40 quid anyway, so it's £35. I thought, well, if I can get £35 credit off probably about 3 Lego games, would cover that. They're about 10 quid each, sort of trading value. That's that sort of sorted, and the daughter's happy. So what I ended up doing is chucking everything into CX in terms of like a basket, and I think it come out at something like 220, I don't know, 220, 230 quid. Yeah, quite a lot. You know, a substantial amount of money, trading value. I thought, okay, what I'll do, I'll go through the list and I'll remove anything that's, I think, less or less than £1.50, something like that. So it ended up working out, I think 40 games to game, and then 30 something, 35 CX, something around that figure. and I got 65 odd credit with game. So the 35 off that left me with 30 quid credit with game for, you know, just your first person shooters, your modern warfares. What else was there? Like just what Rich King Retro call your trash games, basically. So I've got 30 quid with game. Went to CEX. And this is another thing that pissed me off at CEX. I don't know if I mentioned this before. One of the ones I go to, they've just recently turned around and said we don't charge you to clean discs, which absolutely amazed me. They used to charge you £1. You know, if you had a little scratch on it, they don't do that anymore. This one I went to, they sort of said to me, I can see them now, there's 3 or 4 games. And they went, oh, we don't take that one. That's discontinued. I said to them, you're selling it on your website. They're not very on the ball. And then there's 2 of them that said, oh, these have got scratches on, we'll have to charge you. And it's like £1.50. That's fucking 3 quid. And I was like, no, you're alright, I'll take them to the other shop because they won't charge me anything. Long story short, the ones that they didn't take, it's 30 quid worth of trading. So I'm thinking, fuck that, I've still got, I know I've got 30 quid here, I'll just take them to the shop. They took the rest of them, so the rest of, the bulk of it was £167 trading. So I've got £167 trading store credit with CX at the minute. I've got 30 quid a game, and I've got another 30 quid sort of waiting there to take to CX for something else. Now there was a couple of titles that neither of them wanted, they wouldn't touch them. They said, oh no, either, I don't know, they're too scratched. And then I had a couple of weird ones I just got from the booter, which were like these multilingual, like EU versions, like Polish and English. Which neither would take. So I had a bit of dilemma there. Actually, I forgot one other thing. Off the back of the last lot of credit that I had. No. I'm talking complete shit. Not off the last lot of credit. When I had to sort out, I went through some of the PS2 titles, and I had a few duplicate PS2s. I think I had a couple of Crash Bandicoots, stuff like that. Nothing amazing, just a lot of sort of filler-ish titles. I thought I'll get rid of these to the one that doesn't charge for to clean discs, because they did need a little bit. That's where I found out they don't charge you. Okay, stories all over the shop. That's how I found out they didn't charge to clean discs. So you know, I was thinking, well, if I can get a couple of quid from them, great. Ended up getting me 35 quid, something like that. I picked this one up anyway because I thought I'm pretty sure I could get enough to cover this. So again, I'm not being dishonest here, but I picked this game up, went up with my little bag. It was only like a carry bag, just it was probably about 10 odd, 11 odd PS2 titles, one Wii Sports, and I just said to the guy, I said, oh, you want this one? I said, yeah, which is this, which I don't have. Avengers Battle for the Earth. I said, oh, I've got some titles over here, some games. So I put them, he goes, I'll put them out, and I just sort of said to him, said, oh, I'm really just hoping just to get enough to pay for this. He was like, oh, okay. So it kind of set his mind into the way I was sort of thinking. Just acting a bit naive, if you like, not being, not being dishonest in that respect. So he went through a couple of the games, and there was one, Pat, he gave me Operation Genesis. It's got a crack in it. It has got a crack. Just need it, and at first I didn't realise it, and he showed me it. Yeah, it has. And I was like, ah, shit. So he touched that with a barge pole, because he did sort of say to me, so you might have enough just off the back of this one. He knew what the game was. But no, the rest of them that had like a few nicks here, there, and I say a couple that Pat had given me, like Spyro or whatever, which needed clean. I sort of said to him, any ones that need cleaning, just do it. Because again, I thought knocking a quid off each one, hopefully get enough for that. And he went, oh, we don't charge for cleaning anymore. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, long story short, I got that for some like PS2 titles, 16 quid left off the back of what this, yeah, so 24 quid it was. Got credit with that, and a handful of games that neither of them wanted for whatever reason. I can't remember now. They might need to clean or something, but there's nothing I could do. So I went to like the little indie store that I know, and I sort of said to the chap there, I said, anything new coming in? Again, like build rapport, build a relationship, get on with them. And he's, because you wouldn't know, unless you actually wouldn't know, they do have some retro, very, very, a tiny little cabinet. He goes, oh yeah, we've had these come in, we've had some NES, Master System, and some Mega Drive come in, and I was like, okay, and he pulled 2 bags up, started emptying these NES titles out, all upside down, so I was going through them, I fucking got that one. Russian Attack, which I only got from Blackpool. There's another one that I would have had, but I got it from Blackpool. Some nice little games, you know, not real pricey, not, you know, not top end stuff, just nice prices. Not nice prices, nice titles. So I said, oh, I found 3, all loose carts. I said, oh, what, you know, what's the value on these? And I think they check against Amazon, I don't know. He said, oh, it's 12 quid, so about £4 each. Which I thought, okay, funds are really low this month, I must admit, because I bought the other NES titles, you know, 80 odd quid's worth, well, 70 quid's worth in cash. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went, oh, so you'd be interested in a trade, wouldn't you, for some 360 titles? So I pulled out the ones that I knew that were sort of slightly less value. So the ones that I'm going to put in, which was, I'm going to get 30 quid for, is like Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars 2, Sims 3, and Ultimate Mega Drive Collection. So the Ultimate Mega Drive Collection on the 360 is worth about 8 quid. This WCEX said, we don't, that's discontinued. I don't believe that. I'll take it to the other store, and I'm pretty sure they'll take it. So anyway, I left them to one side because I knew the value of them. So the other ones I had were like Test Drive 2, Grand Theft Auto 4. That was the other one that this shop said, because it's a classic, says, oh, that's discontinued, don't take that. GTA 4, really? Anyway, there's a few of the ones. There was a Final Fantasy 13, which got laser burn, and I sort of said to him, you won't take this, would you? He went, no, I can get that out now. So I was like, yeah. So literally, like, just a sort of, like, not trashy games, but not the great games. You went, oh, that costs like £12.90. But you know what? Just call it evens, mate. So, me are the bits, if you like. I got 3 of the sort of retro titles, which is quite nice. Right. This one, I believe, and I could be wrong, I haven't done much research, it was only a Genesis release. Used car, I know, but I thought, you know what, fuck it. It's not very expensive. To be honest, what I paid £4 is probably cheaper than, well, actually no. If you consider importing it in from the States, I think it's about 14 quid. Maybe. Hear that music? Fucking, what the fuck's that? Strider Returns, Journey from Darkness. Never even heard of it before, I'll be honest with you. Label's alright. Had to give it a clean, always give them a clean. Now, I've only briefly just blasted it on the Retron, to be honest. Very akin to the first one in terms of the sprite, quite a big sprite, actually bigger sprite I think. Similar with the blade and stuff like that. Still bloody hard, but a great game. But boxed complete from the States, I think you're looking at about 5, and then I looked at them just in case. Yeah, I hadn't played too much as you do, and they're about £10 postage. So, you know, yeah, less the box and the cart. Not bad, you know. Not I say for some sort of trash games that I would, that no one wanted. I'm not going to bother too much. Then 2 NES titles. First up is WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. These all had to have a bit of a clean. It's not too bad. The label's really good on this one actually, which it would be because it's, you know, not the best one. They did have WrestleMania Challenge, which I've got that boxed, I think with the manual as well. This is I've had a quick blast on this. It's not great. The music's not too bad. When you pick your wrestler, it plays the little jitty for each wrestler kind of thing. And then this one is American release only. I had a fucking ball out getting this working, I must admit. It was Grime City. The Retron kept saying unable to dump ROM or unknown car and stuff like that, and you know when it does that, it's the cart needs it needs the old brasso. So this got brassoed fucking to nearly infinity. I'm guessing the only thing I can think of the problem when I start looking at the contacts, I think there must have been some oxidisation between 2 points. So I really had to kind of like, you know, way more than I would have liked just to get this work. It works now, but yeah, I don't know why. And it's not, you know what, when I fucking put it on, I was expecting this to be like those of us of a certain age, or maybe not, or those of us are interested, would remember the Amiga game, which was, I think was based on this, called Lost Patrol. And that was a really good game. I didn't even know anything about it. It was just one that I hadn't got when I checked on my phone. So I thought I'll have that. And I looked, particular developer Sunsoft, thought, fucking that's got to be a good game. I don't know, I played it and I thought, fucking hell, this ain't good, is it? It may get better. Some people may know and say, actually, you know what, give it some time. It's a great little title. They may say it doesn't get any better than what you've played. Platoon. So yeah, by Sunsoft. Top label's a little bit sun faded, and it's got this weird, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a two-tony, just where the plastic's gone a little bit. Again, you can't see the contacts. Even if I didn't have them in the wrap, you wouldn't be able to see the contacts. But yeah, they were kind of, they looked okay when you first looked at them. They look alright. Generally, what I do, if I look inside the gap there, and if there's all shit and grime and crap lot, everything has that, the whole thing comes off. If it's not too bad, it looks like someone's looked after it, get the old isopropyl, clean the contacts, make sure the bud's clean, and think, you know what, it's working, fine, long leave it. If you start having issues, that's when the old thing comes off and it all gets scrubbed. I do obviously go with the toothbrush along all the ridges and all that kind of stuff, and clean them all on the outside anyway. I think Dave stripped everything down to pieces, which is, you know, equally a good idea. But for me, I just think if it's working and it's clean and it's not going to, you know, dirty my car, and as long as that sort of bit's there, it's done, I'm happy. Because what I don't want to do is brasso everything to fucking death and ruin the contacts. But that one, hands down, outside of them Japanese Famicom titles, which you still can't get into, that has been the worst one to get working. That's quite severe. But yeah, you've got to be careful with the brasso. It's really good, but you can't, you know, I think once you've brassoed it once, don't do it again, because you'll strip it bare. So that's it. I said short and sweet, but it's probably not. I'll probably still waffle fucking for about half an hour, 40 minutes anyway. But yeah, in terms of the game, I'm just looking around the game room. Yeah, the Master System stuff hasn't moved. Yes, I'm still missing Smurfs 2, for those that want to know. Still a £250 title. Have I got £250 spare? No. If I ever drop really fucking lucky and manage to find a bundle and something and I can move it all on for 250 quid, I would probably buy it then, because it hasn't cost me anything. But that's not very likely to happen. So yeah, 360 title has been whittled down to literally, I'm just looking up there now, less than a shelf full. So all I've got up there is the Shmups, so Akai Katana, Death Smiles, Undefeat, a couple of shooters like that. What else was there? Walking Dead, a couple of RPG type titles. So I was just cross-referencing a lot of the games I had. Can I get the PS3? Yeah. Get rid of it. You know, if I can't get the PS3, I'm really that bothered about it. No, get rid of it. That's basically was the criteria. But yeah, it's allowed me just to sort of move across a lot of the Wii U titles, which now span nearly a whole shelf. Let me just show you actually. Bear with. There you go, look. So look, there you see, look. That is my Wii U one there. That's not obviously the big box stuff, but it's giving me a bit more space to move stuff around a little bit, that's all. And right up there you can just sort of see some of the Xbox That's where I think it ends about there, and the rest of it's just Wii titles. But yeah, Wii titles all behind there, double stacked, and Wii titles all behind there, stacked up. I don't know why I'm doing this now. Just a quick one. That is not in any particular order, other than it's very roughly alphabetized, just A's and to D's and B's and stuff. And there's some big box stuff down there. That's it. Pop it back on. Ugh. So yeah, things are moving, things are changing. Always going to be the way. You know, as a collector, you have your sort of focuses, I think, or your main bits, and then yeah, you may have your side collections, but space will become a premium. Space will dictate your collection, I believe, or you know, financial reasons will dictate what you do or don't do with stuff. So onwards and upwards. I've got a bit of money burning me hole in my pocket now with CEX. I'm just waiting just for a few choice titles. I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want anyone else to jump on them, but yeah, there's a few that I'm after. A few filler ones which, you know, they're not cheap. I won't pay like hard cold cash for them. But anyone's interested in Ikaruga on the Cube, let me know. Obviously open for trades really, but if someone wants to pay cash, fine. If not, it'll go on the bay because then it'll go towards something else. Alright, take it easy tubes, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.